Hi everybody. So I'm gonna try to forge a penannular brooch today. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. It is essentially like a safety pin, almost medieval safety pin that people would use to hold a cloak together. And I'm getting ready for the Renaissance Fair this year. Hopefully gonna have a storefront there. If not, I mean, oh well. But I got this right here. It's a little rack that I made to go up against right there, actually. But I ended up having a piece of flat bar that would be able to hold all of my hammers much more secure than this little guy. So I'm gonna go ahead, start forging from here, nip this end off, taper it, scroll it, and then bend this whole thing kind of like in an omega shape, almost. And then we're gonna put the actual pin itself, we're gonna forge that separately and then wrap it around this so that way it can move around but it can't fall off. You'll see. I'm not too sure exactly how they're made. I'm just kind of winging it as I go. That's how I forge most of my stuff, so hopefully it's entertaining and hopefully you get a little bit of info out of it. Gotta get the forge lit up. More violent when I got those bricks on. Alright, so just like I said, we're gonna take cut this little bit off. Little taper on that. I'll refine it a little bit and reheat. So, show you how to do a scroll real quick. Forge it out round. Might be a little too cold again. Cools off super quick. Yeah, it's too cold. Let me reheat that. Didn't take too long. Then over the edge of the anvil, you're gonna do glancing blows. Same thing right there. Check that out. Nice little scroll. Not too shabby. Went ahead and just did that to the other side, and honestly I cut it at an arbitrary length. It depends on just how big you want it. It can be, I believe this looks to be about probably 4 inches. It could be 5, you know, it depends on how big of a loop you want it. Alright, now hopefully I get all this in frame. Pair of tongs, and I got some scrolling tongs. You can also use, you know, nose pliers, all that jazz. Kind of like that. I'm gonna refine it a little bit more, but that's about what we're going for anyway. My pliers were smoking because it's covered in wax. Because I primarily use those when I'm putting beeswax on something. All right, so next part is we are going to cut off the pin. Already did a little bit of scrolling. We're just gonna cut the pin off. About right there.
Not too bad. I'm gonna draw it out a little bit more and make it a little thinner. Alright. Draw this puppy out a little bit. Not too shabby. Still needs to be a bit thinner though. Doesn't take much for these to heat up. Let me make sure that you're getting a good view. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Another thing too is that what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to take this pin and where the brooch kind of comes around, we're gonna have to wrap the end of the pin around it, which is gonna be interesting. I'm not too sure how I'm going to achieve that. Probably just a flat partial scroll and then set that on top and finish the scroll. Never done it before, that's kind of exciting. And like I said, doesn't take long to heat up. Does not take long to heat at all. The problem with that though is that it also cools off really quickly. Oh my gosh, it's been a while. Woo! There we go. First drop of the day. That was a lie. It's like the third drop of the day. Sorry, I wiggled you a little bit. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. There we go. It's looking pretty good. Let me check the length on that real quick. Looking pretty good. Pretty good. So now we're going to go ahead and flatten this bit out here. Alright, so the way that we flatten this out, if you want to get a good shoulder on it, which I think we do, I'm pretty sure, like I said, I've never done this before, but you hold the metal half on and half off the anvil, and then you strike it, again, half on, half off the anvil, right? Or sorry, you hold the metal at the edge of the anvil, strike half on, half off, that'll create your shoulder. Just like that. Now you got yourself a nice little shoulder. It could be neater, but it's not too bad. Not too bad. hope that works. So now what we need to do I'm actually going to clamp that in a vise, I think. I do. So let me do that real quick. Don't worry, I'll bring you over. Come with me. Here's where we are. I don't know how exactly this is going to work. Like I said, I've never done it before. So what I'm going to do is, over at the anvil, I'm going to start the scroll just like we did previously with the tapered scroll, but this one's just going to be a flat scroll. And then I'm going to bring it over here, loop it around, and then tap it in theory. In a perfect world, someone said. In a perfect world. Ha! That worked better than I expected. Let's take it over here to the anvil and let's clean it up a little bit, shall we? I think that pin's actually a little too long, but I mean, I'm not too worried about it. Hand forged by me, and it works just fine. Check that out. It's pretty sweet, isn't it? Let me wait for that to cool off a little bit, and I guess I'll show you how I wax these. All right, so the way that we do it, we use I'm using High Gloss Forge Finish by Zach's Wax. Pretty cool stuff. I've had it for a long time. Stick it in there, melt it. Then you take a really crappy brush. Just make sure you get all the nooks and crannies. Just because I don't want it to get dirty. There you go. Little penannular brooch. Pretty excited to put this little guy to use. Not yet though. Gotta wait for it to cool off and all that jazz. Well, hope y'all enjoyed. I guess this is the part where I say like and subscribe. Feels weird to say that though. If you did enjoy this video, liking it would be kind of sweet. And if you want to see more content, I'm gonna try to be here. Let me one of these real quick. Hi. Come with me. Come with me. Oh, you can do it. I promise. There. Hi. If you did like it, that would be awesome if you could like it. It does help with the algorithm and people seeing the videos and stuff. If you want to subscribe, that'd be great. Being able to monetize this little channel would be sweet. Because I'm not really making any money blacksmithing. I haven't really tried to sell anything. I should. I have a boatload of hooks that I've been forging just as practice. All this stuff I've been doing just as practice. I actually even forged my first hammer. Little dog's head hammer for you. That was really cool. I'm also trying to forge swords and stuff. The whole YouTube thing, I'm still getting used to it, but I am going to be putting a little bit of money into it. So any little bit of support that you want to do would be so greatly appreciated. Feels weird to beg for things, but I guess that's what I got to do. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and
next time we'll have something a little bit more elaborate. Let's try to like do a, I don't know. We'll see. I'll do something a little bit more elaborate next time. We'll try. Like I said in most of my videos, I'm a fledgling blacksmith. I'm not claiming to be a competent blacksmith by any means. All this stuff is just, I'm just winging it, really. I haven't even had a mentorship yet. I can't even call myself an apprentice. But I'm getting there, hopefully. But yeah, I'm rambling on, so I'll let you guys get back to it. Thanks so much for joining me once again, and have a wonderful day. Go out and enjoy the weather. It's beautiful out.